In Memphis, nothing comes easy, and that's exactly how we like it. This is a city built on hustle, on heart, on grit. And at Carway, our rides are built the same way. Tough, reliable, ready for the grind. No games, no gimmicks, just Memphis-style service. Real, honest, and built on trust. Where grit meets grind, you meet your next ride. Carway, grit, grind, and Pink Beetles. In Memphis, we know a thing or two about resilience. From the grindhouse to the Delta, we protect what's ours. But when pests invade your home, it's time to fight back. Grade A Pest knows how to handle what crawls, flies, and bites. With local experience and guaranteed results.
I'm Reggie with Grade A Pest Control. We service the Memphis metro area. That also includes DeSoto and Fayette County as well.
Grade A Pest has the entire Mid-South covered. So if bugs and pests put you to the test, let Grade A solve your problem. Bluff City Media presents the Two Buck Sports Show with your hosts, Rusty Buckets and Uncle Buck. Now, let's get to the show.
Welcome to the Friday. Oh, sorry. Wayno, please.
Oh, man. I don't know now. I don't know.
After the break, we'll let you hit it.
Let's count it in. Let's just pretend.
Right.
Let's just pretend.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to the Two Buck Sports Show with your host, a very frazzled Drew Gann.
What up, everybody? Sorry, Wayno.
Man,
Behind the
10 count
scenes.
is long. Okay, I was thinking like 3, 2, 1. 10 count is way too long.
Well, yeah. Well, you said it, so I did it. Anyways, it's been like you said, frazzled's a good word. Appreciate you being here. Rusty had to work at the hospital today, so that happens. We take our day job seriously too, and so every once in a while that happens. And the curveball, which life is just curveballs, you know, and it's how you deal with it that makes you either successful or just bat-ish crazy. Okay, that's how you deal with the curveballs. All right.
Yes.
And about 10 o'clock, my kid's daycare called and was like, "Hey, your son." We've had to change his clothes twice because he's had explosive diarrhea. And my wife has a 6-week or a 8-week checkup with our baby daughter today, 45 minutes away at 11 o'clock. The appointment is. So it was like, all right, tag, you're in. And so
I'm going solo. That's what I thought. Here we go. They give me.
He's good. He's good. And I think it was probably Haley gave him some sinus medicine this morning, and probably didn't get anything to eat with it for a little while. So probably just byproduct of that. But he started rubbing his eyes at 10:58, and I was like, you know what? I think he's ready for a nap. So we got here just a few minutes late, but Wayno was willing to drive this shit by himself, which props to you, brother.
I had the keys to the car. I was in the big boy seat. I was good to go. And then I was like, my actual login is actually a lot different to your guys' login, actually.
Yeah. So You have been given links to our shows to join as a guest, but you have not been given the admin passwords to be able to start the show. So,
That's right.
Kenny, if you're listening to this, we're gonna get Wayno some logins. You're a part of the team at this point.
Give me my L plates, Kenny. Give me my L plates.
Yeah, I don't know what that means. That must be an Aussie thing.
That's like when you get your driver's license. You start on an L plate, so you're a learner.
Okay.
Yeah, and then after I don't know how it's been.
So do you actually change out the license plates if you're like got a?
Oh no, it's just like a little plate that you like kind of attach to the like next to the license plate of the car. It's got to be visible at all times.
Genius.
It's just so that other drivers know, like, not to get irritated when you're driving, like,
Oh yeah, that's definitely an Aussie thing, but that's smart. That is.
And then
really
we have
smart.
a provisional license, which is a P plate. So that's like the next step from L, and then from the P. So P plate is basically you can go, 80 Ks, whatever, and you're a bit more confident on the road, and then from there you get your full license. So yeah, an L plate,
Okay. So this is how we do it in the States is, or at least in Mississippi, but although we don't have, no state changes their plates. That I know of. But you get a permit. Your permit's the first thing you get. You get it at 15 years old, and you are allowed to, for a year, you keep it for a calendar year, and you are allowed to drive with a licensed driver over 21 years old.
Right.
And then, this is how it was when I was a kid. If there's any Mississippi folks in here, or anybody from Tennessee can tell me what they do. But at 16, you get an intermediate permit, which I'm guessing is what you're calling P plates, and a provisional, which means you can drive by yourself, but there's a curfew. And so, but there is nothing on the car, on the vehicle itself, that allows anybody else to know whether or not this guy's learning.
Yeah, that's crazy to me.
Or getting better, or worthy of getting yelled at for doing something.
Yeah, because that's the thing. Yeah. It's like, it's a good, because you'll always be like maybe along, like the traffic's going really slow. You're like, what's going on? It's like middle of the day. Like there's no morning towards, and then you'll get ahead and you go, L plate. Okay, cool. Like no need to
pull off and, throw in the finger or anything like that. Now the driver, do y'all have driver's ed in Australia at like your public schools or anything?
Yeah.
Okay, so we have that, and on the driver's ed cars, it does say student driver. It is marked on the school vehicle that the kids drive during driver's ed.
Right. So we don't really have. We have like driving schools and stuff like that. Like you can hire someone to come teach you how to drive, and their car is usually pretty clearly marked that it's a learner's. But then like outside of that, you still have to get your hours. You have to get a certain amount of hours under your belt. So to drive, like say with your parent or something like that in the car, I mean, you have to have someone in the car as an L plater, but you need to have like this plate clearly visible so other drivers can see you're an L plater, and keep your distance, stay off the footpath.
That's really smart, because my oldest is 18. I mean, is 11, and I know your oldest is what, 13 or 14?
13, yeah.
13. And so we're getting to the age to where I've started to like think about like, okay, how much money should I put back for a vehicle to start saving? And when she gets a permit, like this kind of stuff. And it's still a few years away, but it just straight up terrifies me.
Oh yeah, my 13-year-old, I'm like, and it's also like makes you feel old, like in a good way, I think in a good way. But like it's actually my youngest son's birthday today. He's turning 10, so he's hit the double digits. He's well on the way.
Is that Liam? Or
that's Liam, yeah. He's the crazy one of the bunch. Yeah. So we've got a pretty fun, exciting day ahead for him. He's going to a place called Flip Out, which is basically a big warehouse filled with trampolines.
Oh yeah. We have
he's going to be gassed. He's going to be gassed into that. I'm looking forward to it.
Those things are great. And they're great for two reasons. One, the kids have a ton of fun.
Oh, yeah.
And immediately after, they need to sleep for like 8 hours. Because I don't know as a grown-up if you've ever been on a trampoline, but you can't. If you had a trampoline as a kid and then you get on it as a grown adult, you realize just how much energy and stamina you have as an 8-year-old. Because I can't be on a trampoline for more than 10 minutes without just being gassed.
Have you been on a trampoline recently, like within the last 2 or 3 years, because
Yes.
you know, I have like the memories of trampolines, and like obviously, you know, I'm in my mid 40s now, and I feel like it's almost like the idea of playing like serious basketball again for me. It's like when I left, my head's still in the same place when I left. Same thing with the trampoline. I jumped on a trampoline recently, like within the last couple of months, and I was like, oh my God, all my body is about to break right now.
Did I smoke for the last 30 years? Why am I so out of breath? Like,
are my knees about to shoot off in front of me?
Yeah, you thought your kneecaps would just pop off like a button on a shirt. Like, just explode out the front of your leg. No, see, I was on a trampoline last weekend, actually.
Oh.
But it was like my 4-year-old and 2-year-old were like, Dad, come go on trampoline.
Oh,
okay. Like, okay. So like I'm not jumping. I'm standing there and kind of crawling around, tackling them and sweeping the legs, stuff like little kid stuff.
To my own detriment, I was on the trampoline by myself and just had the images, embedded in the back of my brain of like me jumping really high, and decided to, I'm just gonna jump really high. Like
backflip all the time. What are we talking about?
That was the dumbest thing I could have done. I was like down in a heap of body parts.
Oh yeah, no, but there's in Memphis there's a place called Sky Zone, that is just basically a trampoline park. It's got the dodgeball court. It's got the little lanes with a basketball goal at the end of it, so you can dunk and play slam ball. And there's just like ball pits and foam pits. That's another thing. Does this trampoline park have a foam pit that you can jump into?
It does. It does.
Do not do it.
It doubles.
Don't do it, Wayno.
No, don't.
No, my goodness. Let me tell you, you will never feel as unathletic and doughy it is when you're trying to get out of the foam pit.
But in my brain, it's the safest place in there. Like it's
the safest place to land. You can't get out. It's like how like no one looks good getting out of a pool. Like multiply that times 50,000 when it's getting out of a foam pit, because you can't. It's not like a strength thing, because no matter how hard you push yourself down, the foam just goes with you. And so you just kind of have to like waller around until you can get your feet underneath you. And then you just hope to high step it. And then for me, my legs are too short anyway, so I can't high step it. So I'm just like lunging out like, oh, it's awful.
Hey, shout out everyone in the comments. Thanks for joining us today as well. Ed, see you, Ed, and Meeks, King Meeks. Man.
Yeah. We don't know this show. This is the $2 Sports Show. We are on Bluff City Media. We are proudly presented by FanDuel Sportsbook. And we're going to get into all of some FanDuel Sportsbook odds. Listen, I don't know where this is going. Rusty prepared the show for us. He made some graphics. I'll find out when you find out. I've already told you how my morning went. So
let's do it.
We're just going to have a good time here. So happy birthday, Liam. And tell him that everybody here at Bluff City Media wishes him a happy birthday. I'm actually having do what?
It's quite funny because my eldest, like teenager, like he doesn't care. He doesn't care what dad does. Dad's not cool anymore. But Liam, he's 10. Like dad's still kind of cool. So you guys are all like celebrities to him, because I'll have you guys like on the telly checking out other shows or post game, or sometimes I'll even like shows that I've been on recently just to see, just to not a vain way, but to see, was I a dickhead today or was I all right?
Right.
And he'll be like, oh, is that Kenny? Is that Luke? Is that, is that Rusty or is that Drew? Like, so he like is into it. He's like, you guys are like, oh.
That's cool, because one of the you always like to have a card you can play with your kids to make them think that you're cool. Okay. So like, my kids, when, I was in a band and we had a couple of small EPs back in the day, and that's been 12 years ago since we played a live show, recorded any music, did anything. And I've still got some stuff on my phone, and every once in a while I'll get a hankering, miss the good old days, pull up the Surviving Allison, which is our band name. It sounds very emo, but it was very folk. Okay. And I'd be like, hey, this is Dad. We're playing, I try to tell them when you can hear the bass so they can know when I'm playing, stuff like that. And early on, they would just look at me and be like, are you famous? And I was like, yes.
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 Yes. Yes, I am.
And yes. And now, like, when the podcast plays through the radio, it's like, are you famous? I'm like, yep.
That's so
Yes,
funny. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So, funny story, a little tidbit about me. Obviously, you guys have seen on the show, you had like the modeling photos up there.
Oh, yeah. I've seen them.
All right. So, look, what you might not also realize, but way before that, I've been an avid hip hop listener for like most of my childhood. Like, love it. Just was like, growing up, it was like another world to me, and it was like there was so much out there, and like this. My youth was like discovering hip hop and rap and all the great artists, all that sort of stuff. So naturally, like, you know, I'm a bit creative, you might say.
Yeah, I'd say I'd vouch for that.
Yeah, a bit creative, and yeah. So I used to write rhymes and songs with a mate. So out there, deep, buried in the internet somewhere, is actually a few little EPs of me in my 20 emceeing, and yeah, they're out there.
I would pay any amount of money.
It's so bad.
I would pay any amount. I tell you what, you show me mine. You show me yours, I'll show you mine. Like,
mate, I've seen yours. Yours is much more impressive.
We could do show and tell one day. I load up some YouTube videos and show long-haired Uncle Buck swinging an axe on a stage.
Dude, see, you look way more impressive. Mine is like, there's some like a little, well, if you found, I'm not going to make it easy for you guys out there. Like, if you guys want to go find it, let me tell you, it's on the internet. Like, you can find it. I think there's like 3 little EPs out there, and you'll recognize it because my artwork's all over it. But they are, fair warning, like, this was like, I didn't have fancy studio. Okay, let me tell you, my first like attempt at recording was, I couldn't sync up the music to the microphone. So I had to play the music on my headphones while record. So like there was a weird delay, but luckily I got a bit handy with like editing and got to mismatch it together. So, but it's out there. Yeah. I'm not even going to tell you my MC name. So
that's what I was going to say.
All right,
it can't be. It's not as simple as Wayno. We would have found it by now.
Let me make this a bit interesting for everyone. If people
can
find it out there, and they can find my MC name, what I want you to do is put it in the chat, put it in the comment section after the show. You know, you guys know always I'll wander around the comment section after shows on all the you know, the great BCM programs we have. If you can name it on there, then maybe I can organize a little gift for when I come over in under 2 weeks now, which is really scary.
Well, I can tell you this.
Yeah.
I Googled Wayne Hunt, Australia rap EP, and nothing came up.
Oh, phew. It's out there. You have to do a bit of digging, but it's out there.
Yeah. So this is going to be my mission now. So yeah, we did a lot of music back in the day. We had our name was Surviving Allison.
I liked it, man. You guys, I mean, I stumbled upon all that stuff of you when I was mocking everyone with the profile pictures. When I was doing the deep dives and everyone, like, I'm going to find those pictures. Yeah,
and we never really loved the name. We added a band member who we hated. We had a high school band. It was just a cover band. That's how we cut our teeth and kind of learned to play our instruments. And it was called Breaking Curfew. Okay, I've got a shirt. I'll show you the shirt in a minute. We had shirts, man. It was our high school band. We covered anywhere from Jason Aldean to Bon Jovi. I mean, just anything we could come up with, and anybody would like. We did Lady Gaga and mashed it up with there was a rap song, you know, top 40 rap. Is not underground at all, but like the Club Can't Even Handle Me. Who I know how Club Can't Even Handle Me. Yeah, we matched that up with Lady Gaga. We just did stupid stuff. But anyways, we came out of high school like, that name's childish. Breaking Curfew. We're 18 now. We won't have a curfew. We need a new band name. So he added in this band member who had some original music that he brought to the band, and he had always gone by the name Surviving Allison. He had more cred than we had, so we just took it. And then he left the band, a year or two later after getting us all addicted to tobacco and alcohol. And we just kept it. And it was like, okay, now we're like playing folk music with a banjo and acoustic guitar. It's like, and we've got this band name that's like super metal. Like we got this super metal band name. So we never liked it, but it was fun. And I had hair like down to here.
Yeah, man. I've seen the beats are great. Like you,
and I think that's where I messed up. Wayno, you can attest to this. If you think you might be follicularly challenged, you probably should never cut your hair, or else it will not. It will just.
Oh, it doesn't come back.
It just won't come back. And that's what happens. I cut it, then it got older, and it's like, maybe I could have covered it up better if I still had it. But
yeah, I mean, I always saw my dad and my uncles, and just always knew deep down. I was hoping for my mum's side with the hair, but deep down I knew that's where
they say that you get it from your mom's side. And when I say I just say that's what some people have told me. I don't know.
I want names, I want numbers, because we need to have some serious talks.
But it follows suit for me because my dad has a good hair up until he got into his like mid 50s. Now he looks like me now, but for the longest he had a big full head of hair. But my mom's dad rocked a horseshoe, and he just had the cul-de-sac going on. And never had much hair. And so, whereas I don't have a cul-de-sac yet, but it kind of tracks for me that I kind of got mine from my mom's side.
Nice. Hey, Ed, I see you found the podcast. That's not it.
That's not it.
That's
you didn't use the courtside podcast to name to.
No, sir. It was before the podcasting days. So that's how we're going back. We're going back some now.
All right, let's make a deal. When you come to Memphis, what do we have to do to get you to do something live? What benchmark can we set that, if achieved, Wayno will bring back out?
No, I can't. It's gone. It's like, no way. No way. It'd be the most awkward white man rapping scheme you ever had in your life. Like
we are going to find it. We're going to burn copies of CDs, and we're going to do like Memphians do, and we're going to hand them out on Beale Street while you're here.
And I will fall off the face of the planet. You'll never see me again.
You'll be so shocked when I show up with 100 CDs of Wayno raps.
Oh. Yeah, that's a scary thought. But I mean, look, props to you, Ed. You're digging, man, but you're not quite there yet.
You're doing the Lord's work, Edward.
Yeah.
Keep going. Keep going. All right, we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to talk Memphis Grizzlies. They've got a game tomorrow night against the Los Angeles Clippers. Big weekend for college basketball this weekend, as it's everybody's final game before they get into the NCAA tournament or the conference tournaments. And so you're going to see a lot of rivalry. Imagine getting like Duke, North Carolina tomorrow. And so BYU, Texas Tech is another one that's pretty big. You're going to get to see AJ DeBansa against a top 15 team when BYU's kind of gone the wrong way since losing one of their good players. So we'll talk about a bunch of other stuff on the other side of the break. And you can tell I don't do this very often. I've got to go find the ad now. I've already teed it up. And all right, here we go. Break.
In Memphis, nothing comes easy, and that's exactly how we like it. This is a city built on hustle, on heart, on grit. And at Carway, our rides are built the same way. Tough, reliable, ready for the grind. No games, no gimmicks, just Memphis-style service. Real, honest, and built on trust. Where grit meets grind, you meet your next ride. Carway, grit, grind, and Pink Beetles. In Memphis, we know a thing or two about resilience. From the grindhouse to the Delta, we protect what's ours. But when pests invade your home, it's time to fight back. Grade A Pest knows how to handle what crawls, flies, and bites. With local experience and guaranteed results.
I'm Reggie with Grade A Pest Control. We service the Memphis metro area. That also includes DeSoto and Fayette County as well.
Grade A Pest has the entire Mid-South covered. So if bugs and pests put you to the test, let Grade A solve your problem. Bluff City Media presents the Two Buck Sports Show with your hosts, Rusty Buckets and Uncle Buck. Now, let's get to the show.
Welcome back to the Two Buck Sports Show Friday edition of the show, and I've got breaking news. I have found it. Or what I hope is it. On YouTube, there is a man named Wayne Raw, who has an album called Manhunt. And so if you look at it all together, it's Wayne Raw Manhunt.
I wish it was that good.
And the album cover is looking through a broken scope of a sniper rifle. So
I wish I was that creative.
And you know what stinks is that based on the only thing that I know about you and your rap, is that your name is Wayne and you rap. And so when I type in Wayne rap, it is just thousands and thousands and thousands of videos.
See,
of
that's the
Wayne.
thing. Like I think there's only one account that links my name to the name and the little EPs, but
one account.
You need to find that name. What's the name? It's out there in the deep, dark corners of the internet. It's out there.
I will. It's my life's goal.
It's out there like a JAR Morant injury report.
That's easy to find. That's
very
easy to find. Yeah. We get one of those twice. Every other week. So,
what did you make of the 2 weeks extended?
Call it 2 months. I don't care. Like it's just kicking. That's right. And I think the only reason why they're like, oh, he's out for the season is because now the NBA has like made this bluff with Utah that they're going to like send independent doctors to reveal or to review MRI results. And like, so he's not going to play because as long as you keep saying it's not healed to the degree in which we're comfortable playing him, that's a subjective like benchmark. And as a team and a medical staff, you have to be able to have the ability to use your own discretion at some point. And so as long as they keep using that kind of language, then he'll just not play. And he's not going to play.
Do you think, I mean, look, from what I mean, since this kind of went down, I've had a real focus on watching him from the sidelines, and from look, he looks fine. Do you know what I mean? Like, he looks fine. He doesn't look disruptive. And I suppose that was my biggest concern is, like, is he going to become a distraction either, while guys are playing or the locker room? Because there's a lot of stuff we don't see, right? Behind the scenes. And
do you think that is a sign that he knows he's out? Because if you're unhappy in a situation, then the happiest you could be in that situation is to either be extricated from it, or at least be promised, like, hey, you're gonna be moved later. Just chill.
I think so. I think it's like a mutual agreement at this point. I think they're both sides are like, look, we're moving on. If it's not obvious, we've already moved on. We've traded Bain, we've traded Jaren Jackson Jr. like we gave you this our best shot, but it's just time. And I think, yeah, I mean, because I feel like if that wasn't the case, they just would have sent him home.
Yeah, and
We've seen that happen with Ben Simmons. They just sent him home eventually. They're like, you know what? Like, if you're going to be like this, then you're a detriment to the team. You're doing nothing for our brand, and
And honestly, it's probably best for Ben Simmons that he wasn't there.
Oh, 100%.
I've said on this show several times that John Morant is the beneficiary of out of sight, out of mind. And that's kind of what he is. And I almost wonder is if this lingers all the way up through the draft, let's say he's still on the team at draft day or the day after the draft, do we start to feel differently about John Morant being on this team in 2026, 2027 because of the out of sight, out of mind? And I mean, let's be honest. If you get on YouTube and type in John Morant, you get on Twitter and type in John Morant, you're going to see and you're going to be inundated with videos of him being awesome. And so I wonder if the public opinion changes because we're so far removed from the actual drama. Out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah, I don't know. I've kind of gone a bit more reflective mode now with John Morant. Like I realized that it's over.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's just not finalized yet.
Right. I agree with that.
I have also come to terms with it, like, because it is the biggest what if era of our Grizzlies fandom. And like, I am just like appreciative, like all the fun and excitement. And I think like my first appearance on this show, it was like, I can't doubt the talent. It's not about the talent level with John Morant. And I'm sure he'll go somewhere else and find success, and we'll all have to eat it.
I agree.
We'll all be eating humble pie at some points, but I also feel like if the guy can't stay healthy, if he can't develop his game, then he's going to see what's happened. I mean, the game has changed already around John Morant, and you've got to adapt quick as an NBA player. I kind of put it to, let's rewind a bit. My concerns with Blake Griffin when he hit the league. Mm-hmm. Okay, and I was glad to find out this was very, very true, because when Blake hit the scene, he was so exciting, and like he had that early injury, sat out I think most of his rookie year.
Right.
I mean,
he's one of the sham sophomore players that won Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, and he was amazing. Do you know what I mean? He was, and I've always really liked Blake Griffin. I've always liked his game. But my biggest concern with him as a young Blake Griffin fan, I suppose, no, I wasn't even that young, is that what's he going to look like in 8 years' time when the jump leaves him? And I'm glad he did what Antonio McDyess did, because McDyess was the same when he came in the league. I don't know if people remember Antonio McDyess, but McDyess, I think, was drafted by the Clippers, got traded to Phoenix, had a massive injury, and he could still dunk and get up, but he wasn't dunking. Like, he was a beast. He was a beast dunker, McDyess. But he developed a mid-range game, and that served him. He worked on that from his injury, and that served him well. That served him through his Detroit days. It's served him through his San Antonio days as well, and just extended the length of his career. So I say all that just to say that when I found out Blake Griffin, I watched an interview recently with him talking about like his rookie year and stuff like that. And he started his jump shot, his mid-range game, the day he came into the league. And it was like a development thing. And we saw what happened. He lost his leap. He had the injuries, lost his leap. Yeah. But then he went to Detroit. He had a mid-range game. He had a long ball.
Yeah.
He was an all-star in Detroit. He was amazing in Detroit. Doesn't get enough credit for it.
Yeah, it's because he got shipped to Siberia.
But then it's like, that's kind of my concern with Ja. It's like, okay, like
he never developed the jump shot.
And I just find it crazy, because if you have a long ball, and I'm not even talking he needs to be top of the league 3-point specialist, anything like that. I'm just saying you've got to be at least mid. You've got to be at least average 3-point shooter, because he's not that. Like, to have that to his game will open up everything. It keeps defenses honest. It keeps the lane open for him, because if you got to respect the shot, you've got to guard it. If you guard and jar up front, good luck staying in front of him. Right. So these are things that would only.
Yeah, and John's not like, his game is not only dunking, but his game is predicated on getting into the lane. And so.
Oh, sorry.
No, I'm just saying, it's not only dunking, it's getting into the lane and kicking, but you can't get in the lane if you can't get any space.
Well, it's that thing, if you really want to watch some horror and see that come to a head, it's the Halloween game against LA.
Yeah.
He wasn't driving the lane because they had an athletic big in Jackson Hayes, who shouldn't be a problem when you think about it.
No.
But because Hayes knew that he wasn't shooting.
Anyways.
Yeah, like Hayes knew he wasn't shooting. But LA knew that he weren't shooting. So Hayes was just sagging and welcoming him into the lane. If you're not getting the calls,
right,
where do you go from there if that's your whole repertoire? So, look, I just, Jar, like, in retrospect, I really appreciate what he did for Memphis. Like, I'm a Memphis fan, so it doesn't matter who you are. Like, you put that M on your chest, like, that's who I'm riding with.
We cheer for Laundry.
Yeah, 100%. But it is a big what-if season. And, I mean, sitting out another 2 weeks, I don't think it's another surprise at any point. I just wonder what are the, I suppose, pros and cons of him even coming back this season.
Yeah, and we talked about this beforehand. Me and Rusty, in a separate group chat with some more Grizzlies fans, kind of had a back and forth over why we think or we don't think John Morant will play the rest of the season. We hashed this out on the podcast, too. It's like you're just having to weigh re-injury and being good as being better than you want to be with John Morant. That's the one side of him playing. The other side is that you just continue to tank his trade value by not playing, and that's the reason why we didn't trade him at the trade deadline, because there's no value. So do you show him being good and then win too many games and possibly fall back in love with him, or do you bench him, continue do nothing to raise his trade value and leave him on sidelines?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the trade deadline stuff was predicated by Giannis and Ja. Like, the teams that were interested in Ja Morant were going, you know what, we can't have built up all this weight for our chance at bringing in one of the top forwards in the game, ever, really, for a gamble on Ja Morant, who's often disgruntled, doesn't play a lot, and has had off-court issues. Like, a bit of a no-brainer from other franchises, So I do feel like this, once that move is secure or teams have wiped their hands of like, yeah, we're definitely not getting him. I think things will open up for Ja Morant, and opportunity to play elsewhere.
Let's look at what the NBA's got for us today. So started off, the Mavericks almost helped us out greatly last night. Orlando beat Dallas last night on a Wendell Carter Jr. dunk with a second to go. Yeah. And then I'm sure you watched this, knowing the hoops head you are, not having any small children to change diapers or stick bottles in their mouth. But the most incredible tanking out of timeout sideline inbounds play was called, where we're 1 second to go, Cooper Flag post up at the top of the key, and we're going to throw the ball exactly to where you can touch it but can't catch it, and we're going to lose, and everybody's going to high five, and we're going to go to Boston. The
thing that highlights that more than anything is if you watch it again, like, you don't want to watch a whole game, wouldn't put anyone through that like I did, but watch Klay Thompson's face, who was standing right next to Middleton on the three-point line, good to go, and they run this weird curl, and it's just out of Middleton throws this silly, like, I don't know what that pass was. Like, I was just
it was a chest pass.
Yeah.
And he just throws it low and outside to where Cooper Flag The only reasonable play he could have made there is to not touch it and hope somebody closer to the goal picks it up and scoops it in. But like, there was no chance he was catching that ball and getting a shot off. And that's the magic of tanking. That's how they're doing it better than us.
I tell you, I watched the whole game, and don't ask me why. It's just what I do.
You couldn't give me an answer that I'd.
Yeah, there's no acceptable answer other than I'm a hoops junkie, and that's just what I do. It's funny, like you find yourself as an NBA fan, like jumping on, especially when like you're a fan of your team, but you'll find yourself, especially when your team's not doing well, you'll find yourself in like gravitating towards other teams and players, and it's really easy to get on board like the Concanipple train right now, because like he is the goods. Like he is going to be a problem. If he went to Boston, if he got drafted to Boston, we'd be talking about like the next great white hope or some BS. Do you know what I mean? Like, but he is, as advertised, really good. But I say all that to say, watching that Dallas game, I was just like, yeah, Cooper Flagg is really good at basketball.
Yeah.
Like, he is
super Chip Williams came on our show in draft prep and said that the Memphis Grizzlies would be perfect for Concanipple if they wanted to trade up. And then he ended up going 3, right? Which was higher than a lot of people thought initially. Yeah. Or not a lot higher, but 3 or 4 spots higher than
definitely
initially thought. And that would have been awesome.
Ooh, he would have been.
Yeah, could have been.
We got out
for real. Yeah, Conkanipple's great. Heat Hornets. Speaking of Concanipple, the Hornets at home, a 5.5 point favorite, and against the Heat, which this is probably. Let me look at the standings real quick. This game is probably extremely important for Western Conference. Eastern Conference standings, right?
It's the game to watch today. I'm always interested in like the Rockets because they just seem to be dropping weird games. Like their team's a lot better, so I'm interested to see how they do against Portland.
Yeah,
Knicks Nuggets will be good, but this Heat Hornets game, this looks like could be a bit of a testy one.
So Magic and Heat are tied at 12 games back of Detroit. They are the 7-8. 2 games back of Miami is Charlotte. So if Charlotte wins tonight, it gives Magic the sole possession of the 7 seed, and it puts them 1 game back of the Heat. So, yeah, that's a big game tonight. And there's no team hotter than Charlotte right now. I mean, they've 7-3 in their last 10. They've won 6 in a row. They have a losing record at home, but a winning record on the road.
They've been my league pass fun team to watch for the past 2-3 seasons now, and it's just so funny to watch them bring it all together. And I think a lot of their success comes through Mitch Kupchak taking over the GM role there. It was a slow rollover from LA when they brought him in. And look, they're just a lot of fun, and they've got a lot of room to grow. And even if they say moved off to LaMelo, they would still be like pretty competitive. And I think like their best move heading forward is see where this season goes. They're going to be in the playoffs. It's going to be exciting for everyone. Get that experience under your belt, but you don't need to reinvent the wheel with the Charlotte Hornets.
Right.
You don't need to make some crazy move to bring in some veteran. I think just like sometimes the best moves are the ones not made. And
I agree.
Obviously, with the draft coming up, they'll add a bit more talent as well. But they feel like us, 7 years ago.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm dealing with allergies. So every once in a while, I'll take a breath. It's like, something's going to come out. Charlotte's great. LaMelo Ball has been really good. The on-off numbers for him have been great because typically there's been this narrative, even as earlier this season, where the Hornets are better with him on the bench. And actually, if you look at the 2-man lineups, I heard this on a podcast somewhere else. I think it was The Ringer. Brandon Miller and Concanipple in minutes where LaMelo is not on the court is not as good. But if LaMelo's on the court, they're a smashing success.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, who would have thought
take it with a grain of salt. There's two other people on the court too, but
with a point guard that pushes the pace, is a great passer, and has an outside shot, who would have thought? Keeps defenses honest, gets everyone involved. Like, yeah, of course he's a good player. I mean, that's ridiculous.
He's really
does he have sometimes maturity issues and early on maybe some selective shot syndrome that maybe he should be taking? Sure.
He's guaranteed to give you like 5 to 7 possessions a game where he's just going to try something stupid.
Dude,
and
he has mastered the trademark Dirk Nowitzki fadeaway chest pass shot. I swear, it goes in every time. It's ridiculous.
Trailblazers, Rockets, okay. Rockets on a second half of back-to-back. They played Golden State last night and lost in overtime, right? So that's a Warriors team with no Steph. I mean, Draymond played, but it was like Draymond and Podziemski and
Pods killed him.
Yeah,
it was all Pods, and you got to walk away asking some serious look in the mirror questions if you're Houston right now, because you are dropping games you shouldn't be dropping. And where has your identity gone if you're the Houston Rockets?
Yeah, Houston right now is the 4 seed in the West, which means they would have a home playoff game, but they are tied with Denver. Denver's the 5 seed. Both those teams kind of faltering, like 6-4 in the last 10 is Houston, 5-5 for Denver, 5-5 for LA, 4-6 for Phoenix. I mean, like the whole middle of the pack for the West is just kind of treading water. Whereas the top 3 teams in the West, Oklahoma City, 8-2 in their last 10. The San Antonio Spurs 9-1 in their last 10, and the Timberwolves are 8-2 in their last 10. Just running away. So, getting hot at the right time. Do you have a feeling for one way or the other for either of the other 2 games? It seems like I think this line has changed. Rusty made these last night. This morning I did the Daily Grind with Luke, and he had the Knicks as a road favorite against the Nuggets. So we may need to look into that. Maybe that line shifted overnight.
Yeah, Knicks Nuggets I know is going to be competitive. I'm just going to keep my eye on that one. It's not one I'm probably going to watch. As I said, I'm really interested in this Heats Hornets game, but that Clippers Spurs one I am interested in, because I just want to see where this Clippers team is actually. Because what is crazy is there's 21 games left. We are currently sitting 11th in the standings. Yeah. So we're only one spot outside of the play-in. Here's my not silver lining, I'll say, but just like my side eye to this season, because it's been a season. We've had so many ups and downs, sideways and derailings and what have you. Would it not surprise you if by dumb luck we make the 10th seed by default?
Well, we're 6 games out of the pace, out behind the Trailblazers. So
if Portland or the Clippers decide to pull the plug, or if one of those teams has maybe a major injury or something happened to them, and they start dropping games quick,
I don't think there's any way, man. I mean, you know how.
I mean, we're still losing games as well, so.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like you're going to lose.
Keeping the buffer, but
7 games more than us in 21 games. I have a hard time believing anybody can do that. That's kind of why I'm just we keep having the argument, including in the group chat, about who to take number 1, DeBansto or Boozer, and I know luck is there, but we're going to be the 8th seed or have the 8th worst record in the NBA. I think that's just kind of where we're cemented right now.
Yeah.
And so if you look in that area, it's more realistic to kind of look in the middle of the lottery for your hopeful players and then hope for a trade. I know lottery luck happens and you do hope for that, but I don't really believe in the lottery karma or the basketball gods rewarding. And I know we were the beneficiary in the Ja Morant year. I think we had the 12th or 13th best odds, the number as a top 4 pick, and we got second, and it happens, and we believe that it happened because we didn't just aggressively tank, and we played it out with DeLon Wright and Avery Bradley and that whole bunch of characters. I tend to just always just numbers are numbers, and odds are odds. And if odds are odds, and more times than not, the majority wins, the house wins, we're going to be looking around the 8th, 7th, 8th, 9th pick.
Yeah, I'm a vibes guy, so I'm picking up vibes from this season, and I am a bit more swayed with you, and that's been my caution to everyone is don't bank on a top 4 pick.
Yeah,
because even if we don't get it, I'm not going to get mad at Kleiman for not trading up and getting it, because anyone who has those top 4 picks is not giving them up. It doesn't matter what we have to throw at them; they're not handing over a top.
And they're not going to hand over Boozer to Bansta. Once you get past, and I talked about this morning with Luke, once you get Boozer and DeBansta will be taken by the 2 teams that own the first or second or third pick, and they're not going to be talked out of taking Boozer or DeBansta. No. Now, the only fly in the ointment is the dude from Kansas. Peterson. Darren Peterson. Somebody could say no, he's just off my board, and then that's the 3 pick can be had, but you're not going to trade up and get Boozer or DeBansta.
No, I don't believe so either. And that's why I kind of to Rusty, speak of insistence, because if we get there, man, I will be over the moon.
Absolutely.
Don't sweat it. I'll be very happy. But I think and you do your due diligence, you do your whole draft, and because if a guy falls, he falls, and you go get your guy. But I've been looking more from pick 6 down.
So what I think you look at is, because of course I'm of the opinion the 2 best players in the draft, and as I would rank them, would be DeBansta and Boozer, and then you get weird with whether or not you want to take the risk on
Caleb or
the the guy from Kansas, Peterson. And so if you're the Grizzlies and if you're convinced about somebody and you want to jump, if it's for a guy like Acuff, like Darius Acuff from Arkansas, Sean Miller, that's what his name, right? The former head coach at Arizona. Now he's at Texas. He came out and said he doesn't have any idea why he's not being talked about for the number 1 pick after getting just roasted by Darius Acuff Jr. against Arkansas this week.
It's that thing too, because this part of the season for the NCAA, and look, I watch it very lightly. Said admittedly on the show, this is the time my attention turns to college ball because the draft's coming up, and I find it super interesting. But over the past years, I just haven't had the extra time to invest after all the NBA I consume. But this is the time where the proof is in the pudding with these players, because they could talk about their boards and that throughout the year or whatnot, and it means squat diddly. This is the time where you find guys who show up and perform in the big games, find themselves climbing up those ladders. The winners. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And Acuff is that guy. I think he's got more room to climb because he is performing. He's not sitting games like Peterson. He's, taking the challenge, taking the bull by the horns, taking the reins, however you want to swing it. And I just find he'll go even higher. I think do I think he'll hit a top 4? Probably not, because potential, I think those 4 that we mentioned.
He's got one obvious negative to him, and none of the other ones have an obvious negative. And that says that he's a 6'3" point guard who questionable defensive, merits. And above him, the point guards above him are Peterson, Kingston Flemings, which I'm not big on Kingston Flemings either. And Keaton Wagler being a shooting guard, but again, a 6'6" shooting guard. So I don't know. I feel like Acuff is one of those dudes that could jump really good.
And I do agree with saying in the comments, if you're outside it, or I would even say top 4, I think, I think you could make a case for maybe Caleb, but not taking Peterson. Yeah. We spoke about it in our group chat. If Memphis, say, had the 4th pick in this year's NBA draft and Peterson falls do we take him? Like, do we have PTSD from
And
Jar?
I think I've said this from day one with Peterson. As soon as he the whole asking out of games, and is it in his NIL contract that he can choose? He has control over whether he plays or not. It's written in the language. Like, the Grizzlies fans are the worst people to ask their opinion on drafting Darren Peterson.
Yeah,
because of the John Morant situation. I'm of the opinion just don't do it. I don't know, and it's very possible, if not likely, that he's awesome, and he's awesome for a long time. He jumps off of the film when you watch them play. He's head and shoulders the best player on any court that he plays on when he plays. But Grizzlies fans are the worst person to vouch for Darren Peterson because we just kind of went through this. And
quietly, I just don't want to I just don't want it to be an equation for us.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I agree. Like, say we get 3 and Boozer and DeBance to go off 1 and 2, like, we're going to just be watching the TV sweating, and you're going to talk yourself into it. And I hope it's just one of those things. Like, some of these guys love it or hate it. Like, they see college as just a year of purgatory before they can get into the NFL. I mean, NBA. And this is a culture draft. This is like the person you draft in this draft after trading Jaren and presumably trading Ja, and you've lost Dylan and Dez, Kyle Anderson, Steven Adams, all in the last few years. This is like a cornerstone culture draft.
Yeah.
In which you've got to set you've got to set the limit on what you're expecting when it comes to head and heart. And it's just such a weird kind of thing.
I just feel like I agree with everything you said. Like, it is a culture draft, but I also feel like it's a bit like adding to the culture, because it was quite clear that our best player this season was Edie when he was on the court.
Yes.
And I think some fans maybe are looking for the next, not so much cornerstone, but the next franchise player in this year's draft for us. And I don't think he's potentially even there. Does that mean there's not enough talent, or, no, the talent is massive. There's so much talent that other GMs are throwing their team under the bus to get in this top 4. Like, that's clear. I've never seen anything like it. Like,
let me kind of frame this in a different way, kind of a thought exercise I've been going through, because there's a lot of guys on this team that we love. Cam Spencer. Love Cam Spencer. I love Ty Jerome. We love Edie. We love Cedric Howard. We love, Javon Small's been great lately. We love Scottie Pippen Jr. I want to give him a lifetime Udonis Haslem contract after choking out homeboy the other day. And there's guys that we love, but of those guys, what we don't have is superstar potential right now.
Sure.
And so you can do this and I think they want to do this, honestly, the Indiana way, where it's like the sum is greater than the sum of its parts. Okay. I always think I get that saying wrong, by the way. It's right. The whole is greater than the sum of its part. That's the saying. I always feel like I get it backwards. But typically in the NBA, you have to have an MVP candidate to make and win a finals. I don't think that maybe it turns out to be Cedric Howard. I don't know that Boozer is like going to be like a 10-time All-NBA guy. I don't know. I mean, everybody's got questions, but I think that's the biggest pro for Peterson is you watch him and you're just like, if he is all here, he could be a best player in the conference finals, NBA finals kind of guy.
Well, to your point, like, I agree with that Indiana take. Like, and I think that's the reason why we have the coach we have right now. Do you know what I mean? Because that's what he's done with his teams through all Europe. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to get into a coach debate or anything like that, but
no, there's not a debate anymore.
I am kind of the thought that if Peterson was there, I would take him. for all those reasons that you mentioned, I think the odds of us getting him are pretty slim to none. And so with that in mind, like, you need to take a pivot. And if a guy like that is not available for you to draft, then the search continues. But also, you let the guys you have, like, you keep bringing the best possible talent, and you let the cream rise to the top.
Right.
Let the games do the speaking. Look for the guy who's taking that challenge and putting his hand up, and until they become inevitable. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's too clear cut to because I think we're too quick to anoint the next guy. Every draft where we're anointing the next guy was the same with Zaire when we drafted Zaire. It's like, he's going to fix all our small forward problems. You've still got to put it together. And college guys can have great college careers, but sometimes it doesn't translate.
Right. And that's the thing. If you're talking in this hypothetical situation, the Grizzlies are picking 3, and the option is the field or Darren Peterson. What you have to weigh out is, would you rather have Darren Peterson, or would you rather have a couple future picks and a way to, like, Darius Acuff, or Kingston Flemings, or another guard, or another center? It doesn't even have to be a point guard. Rather have Nate Ament or the guy from New Zealand. That is the algebra. That's the calculus that's going to go into that, and that's what's fun to talk about. The numbers, if the numbers and the statistics and the odds kind of hold true, we're going to be in that 8 range, and the thought process is going to change from who do you take and, like, what team do you target with their pick to get their pick and kind of get in the game there.
Definitely.
So, appreciate you, Wayno. Appreciate you hopping on the show with us. Sorry we were a few minutes late. We were, life comes up sometimes, and a sick 2-year-old threw a wrench in the situation. But about 11:05, we figured it out. So appreciate everybody who opted in the comments here. Edward, Anthony saying
we may have lost Edward to the deep dark realms of the internet.
Yeah. Edward's definitely trying. He's listening to unnamed Australian rappers, seeing if he can pick up your voice right now.
If he can find the site that hosts it and the files, my name is on there, so my government name is on there, I'll say.
Okay. Well, it's just everybody go to SoundCloud, type in Wayne Hunt, and it'll be really simple.
Before we go, I think we should make this episode a little special. We started off maybe a little bit shaky, but obviously I'm coming to Memphis, and we have a little event that's going to be happening. I want to share with you an image that no one's seen yet.
Yes. Have we hammered down details of this event yet?
It's really close. We've got the date. I think we're really working on the time.
Can we say what the event is? At least. Okay. So we are hosting a BCM / Wayno Paints art exhibit. Is that how you would put it?
Pop-up art show, I'd say.
Pop-up art show in which all Wayno's prints, I've seen the canvases, the print copies that he's got. They look incredible. They look like they were just painted himself. And those will be available to purchase along with a bunch of
some will be. I haven't. I've done some prints. I've got one right here I want to show you because I think you'll really like this. No one's seen this, and I suppose all the characters I've done this season of all the great hosts at Bluff City Media, they'll be on display there for everyone to check out. And I'm going to make it. I was like, anything can happen in life. Do you know what I mean? And so if I'm coming to Memphis, I want to go all out for everyone and just have a really good time and celebrate. And I want to meet people from the comments section. I want to meet all the, everyone in person. I want to chat hoops and, have some fun with this. So I will show you this. This is one of the pieces. I did 3 of this particular topic, and I think you'll dig it. So it's a bit of an ode to Memphis and an ode to, I suppose, like, Memphis sometimes gets a bit of a bad rap when it comes to the national media, and you guys have like such a rich tapestry of talent and history in the city. So I want to pay a little bit of that, and I think you'll dig this one. So I'll just briefly jump out of the way. I'll bring it up.
Oh, that's awesome.
I don't know if you can see it.
I'm coming. No, we can see it. We can see it. All right, explain it to us. We've got the Jerry the Lawler hat.
Yep. And do you know where he's at?
Listen, explain it to the folks.
He's at the Mid-South Coliseum.
Oh, the Mid-South Coliseum. See, you really needed a Memphian on here with me. I'm sorry I couldn't come up for you. The Mid-South Coliseum. That's great.
That's one of the prints I did. There's a few more that I think people really dig. There's a lot of fun stuff there as well. So, but yeah, that was a part of a three picture I did of like a bit of walking through Memphis, a few locations, and a few well-known Memphians out there. Yeah, Mid-South Coliseum. Yep. So that's a lot of stuff happening, a lot of stuff that'll be announced, I suppose.
I can't wait for that. That is going to be, you will be in the 17th through the 25th. Is that right?
Land on the 17th, yeah. And then I think the 21st is when the event's going down. So
okay,
more will come. So there you go.
There you go. So everybody, we will get you details soon, but March 21st, put it in pen, put it in Sharpie, mark out the rest of the stuff that you had planned. Plan on finding us at Wayno's art exhibit, the exhibit from Down Under.
Yeah.
It's coming to the Mid-South, and I could not more.
The challenge is out there to everyone who's listening, watching this show. Like, if you could find my rap name and leave it in the comment section after the show, maybe I can sort a little bundle or something out for you.
I'm just going to tell you, if I find it and can verify that it's you, I'm not saying a word. I'm going to show up when I see you, and in the minivan will be blaring.
Look, it is. I think it's more embarrassing than my modeling photo. Okay, I think it's more embarrassing than that's how. But I'm an Aussie. I don't mind having a good laugh at myself.
Yeah.
But
listen, there's two ways you can live life. I've
done some things.
You can laugh at yourself. Shoot, I've always said this about being short. There's two paths you can take if you grow up short. Okay, you can either be mad that everybody incessantly makes short jokes at you, and you can be miserable, and you can demand the respect at any cost, and that's how you end up like Napoleon Bonaparte or Hitler, the famous short man syndrome. Okay, or you can laugh and laugh along with it, laugh at the flaws, laugh that you can't do anything about being short. There's nothing you can do, and just live with it and have a sense of humor. And you can. I make that rule about short people because I am short. You can take that about anything in life. You are going to have flaws. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to do things that you wish nobody found out about. But if it ever becomes unearthed, and there's something capable, like we're not talking about like, oh, I got away with murder, but like, like you can laugh anything on that, like laugh it off, have a good time. There's no reason to be embarrassed. Shoot, it doesn't hurt yourself.
We're here for a good time, not a long time. That's
as the famous American poet once said, I'm not here for a long time. I'm here for a good time. And I believe that was Kenny Chesney. But no, that was George Strait. I'm sorry, George. I massively. And do you know who either of those people are?
Nope.
Okay.
But I've heard the saying like 1,000 times. So.
Yeah. All right. Well,
you're gonna have to educate.
The last show me and Wayno ever did together, he didn't know the great American George Strait, country western singer songwriter. So, anyways, all right. Appreciate everybody. I hope everybody has a happy and safe weekend. Today is 3/6, which means it's 3/6 Mafia Day, except for Down Under. So I don't know how I didn't incorporate that in the theme of the show, but just found it. Happy 3/6 Mafia Day, Memphis. I hope everybody has a happy and safe weekend. We will be back with you Monday. Until then, be a friend to someone who needs a friend. And remember, Wayno, what do you get when you watch the $2 sports show?
You get everything you paid for and feeding horses on the other side of the grass. Is that the saying? I don't know.
Nailed it. Have a good weekend.
Thank you for listening to the $2 Sports Show. If you enjoyed this episode, leave a rating and a review wherever you download your podcasts. Also, like and subscribe to Bluff City Media's YouTube page. We'll see you back here next time.